website right now and download my free course on alternate picking mastery. It contains 5 essential exercises that will take you to alternate picking mastery faster than you can imagine. And then I've included my method of how to lay out a practice plan in just 1 to 2 minutes that will absolutely boost your results like nothing you ever tried before. So go download it right now. It's free. Hey, today on this video we're going to look at how to lay out the pentatonic scale, the minor pentatonic, or major for that matter, using 3-1-3 shapes. And that is something that most people shy away from. But it's a cool way of expanding the pentatonic scale. And you can learn it across the neck and play all these 3-1-3 shapes, with sweep picking string shifts and hammer-ons and pull-offs. A combination of more technique, and it will enable you to play the pentatonic scale so fast, it's just unbelievable. But it's a little bit challenging, and that's why I don't use it again in the full shapes. I apply it as I did with the 3-note per string blues scale shapes that we talked about in the previous video, in little bits and pieces. So let's look into a little cool lick you can learn right away and start using this concept to play some blazingly fast runs in this scale here. Let's have a look at these 3-1-3 shapes. The reason why they're so cool is because you can use sweep picking to play most of the notes and then hammer-ons and pull-offs for the rest of them. So what we do is, instead of playing large shapes as I just did, we play little shape, and thereby we can really integrate it with our old trusted 2-note per string or 2 and 3-note per string blues scale shape. This is only pentatonic, I should say. We don't use the blue note in these shapes. You can blend it in there if you want to. But this system is for the pentatonic scale. So how do we do this? Well, if we have 3 notes on one string, it means that if I do an upstroke on the first, and a downstroke on the next, and an upstroke on the third, I end up by doing an upstroke, and that's what I need to pass over to the next string, which only has 1 note. And I have an upstroke, and that's what I need to pass over to the next string, which has 3 notes. Then I can play 3 notes, up, down, up, and then I can sweep to the next string, which only has 1 note, and then to the next, which has 3. So look at my right hand here. It gives this effortless up and down, which is really cool. Right? So you can really play the pentatonic scale. This is perhaps the fastest way of laying out the notes, playing the pentatonic scale, if speed is your priority here. But instead of having these huge shapes, let's just create little shapes. Do the same thing we did in the previous video where we were constructing blues scale shapes. But in this case, we stay with the pentatonic note. So I'm simply just going to play the pentatonic scale from the top note in the 17th fret. So I have the minor pentatonic there. And this is my top note. I have the 17th, 15th, and 12th fret. Right? So I'm going to play the next note, which would be that one in the 10th fret, but I'm going to play it on the B string. And that's the only note I'm going to play on the B string, because I want 1 note on that. My little formula, right? For the picking. We put the whole task on the left hand and make the picking easier over here. So 17, 15, 12 on the high E string, then the 15th on the B string, and then we go right to the next note, but place it on the next string, the G string, and do the 3 notes there. Right? So 16, 14, and 12 on the G string. And that's all we do. And then I want you to practice a little loop here that is really cool. Right? So you pick up, down, up on the E string, 17, 15, 12, and then you go up on the B string in the 15th, up in the 16th fret on the G string. And then you start over, you jump to the lowest note, right, in order to be able to turn the whole thing around, and then you play 12, 14, 16 with an up, no, down, up, down, all right? And then down in the 15th fret on the B string and down in the 12th fret on the high E string. And then you start over. So slowly. And then over again. Right? And then you can also do hammer-ons and pull-offs, you know, like we did in the blues scale. Right? Or your other sequences that fit this pad. Right? And suddenly you have that little entity where you can get that pentatonic clear sound. Right? And with that little shape. So you will play something completely different in this shape than you would in the 2-note per string, right? Right? And so let's do it one more time. Just, you know, let's do the B and the G string. If you take the top note from this and go one note up, it would be the E there on the high E string. But the same note is in the 17th fret on the B string. So that gives us our 3 notes. Now we want to go down these 3 notes, right? Where's the next note? Well, if you stayed on the same string, it would be this one. But the same note is in the 14th fret on the G string, so that's what I'm going to pick. And that's the only note on that string. So we go to the next note, which is following the 2-note per string shape in the 12th fret on the G string. But we pick that note right there in the 17th fret on the G string. And then we go 3 notes down. So this gives us this shape. Again, 17, 15, B string, 12th B string, and then to the G in the 14th fret, 17th, D, 14, and 12. That's the shape, and we do the same thing here. All right. You can use the blues note right there. All right, so you can go. Right? Suddenly you have the power to do all kinds of cool stuff because you lay out the notes in a totally different way. And instead of learning, you know, instead of learning it like across the fretboard, all 6 strings, and, you know, hammering away at learning all these shapes, and then being able to do nothing with it when you solo, you start by integrating small shapes into your 2-note per string shapes right away. So you know, let's play something. Let's play right, and then you can, you know, start using the stuff you know already. Right, and then right, little shapes that you integrate. And then you practice ending them and going back into your 2-note per string. This is so much fun, but you have to break through the wall of thinking or feeling like this is a challenge. So just get into it, right? Use it, and use it for long enough for this to be normal in your brain, instead of it being, oh, I don't know where I am. I can't hit the frets. It's too far away from the first finger. That's just a matter of habit and doing it enough. So I hope you'll take on the challenge and really start using these 3-1-3 shapes in the way I've been showing you. And go sign up for free videos, 3 1-minute videos on Instagram to keep you inspired every day, and create a user account on our website, guitarmastery.net, where you can download and watch or listen to jam tracks and play over them and become better at soloing each and every day. It's live jam tracks, professional musicians, so go do it. It's all free, and it keeps you inspired and passionate about mastering this amazing instrument. Subscribe for more free videos. Do it. Do it now. Do it.